Leadership isn't a personality trait you either have or don't have. As a unit manager, your leadership style is something you build over time through self-awareness, practice, and continuous improvement. In this training, you'll learn practical, self-administered activities you can do on your own, weekly and monthly, to refine how you lead, communicate, delegate, and motivate your team. Think of it as leadership fitness, small habits done consistently. Let's get started. Start with a self-assessment. This is your baseline, your starting point, before you try to change anything. Ask yourself, what do I consistently do well as a leader? Where do I struggle? How do I react under stress? How do I make decisions when information is incomplete? And how do I handle conflict? Do I avoid it, rush it, or manage it calmly? If you can, get outside input. Ask your team and peers for one strength you should keep and one behavior you should improve. The goal is not perfection. The goal is awareness, so you can focus your effort where it matters most. Next, turn your self-assessment into a leadership development plan, an LDP. Think of it as your personal roadmap. Choose 2 or 3 goals only, so you stay focused. Add a timeline, like 30, 60, or 90 days, and write the actions you will take. For example, if your goal is better communication, schedule weekly one-on-ones and practice summarizing what you heard. If your goal is stronger decision-making, set a rule to gather key facts quickly, consult the right people, and decide by a clear deadline. A simple plan makes improvement realistic and measurable. Now, practice active listening. In meetings and one-on-ones, listen to understand, not to respond. Avoid interrupting. Avoid jumping to solutions too early. Let the speaker finish. A practical technique is to reflect back what you heard. You can say, "So what I'm hearing is," or "Let me confirm I understood." This prevents misunderstandings and shows respect. After the conversation, ask yourself, did I fully understand the message? What emotion was behind the words? Stress, frustration, uncertainty? The better you listen, the more your team will trust you with the real issues. Great leaders ask for feedback regularly, not just during performance reviews. Feedback can be informal, like a quick check-in after a meeting, or formal, like a short anonymous survey. Try a simple prompt. I want to support you better. What's one thing I should start doing, stop doing, or continue doing? Then listen without defending yourself. Say thank you, clarify if needed, and commit to one small change. When people see you act on feedback, they become more open, and your leadership credibility grows. Mentorship accelerates growth because it shortens your learning curve. Find a mentor, someone experienced who can challenge your thinking and share what worked for them. Come prepared with real situations, not just general questions. At the same time, mentor someone junior. Coaching others helps you practice patience, clarity, and accountability. After each mentorship conversation, ask, what insight did I gain? What action will I take this week? When mentorship turns into action, it becomes real development. Keep learning. Set a small weekly schedule, maybe 20 minutes of reading or one podcast episode. Focus on topics that matter most for managers: emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, delegation, and team building. Books like Leaders Eat Last, Dare to Lead, and The 5 Levels of Leadership are popular starting points. But remember, reading alone doesn't change your leadership. Pick one concept, test it with your team, and observe the result. Learning becomes powerful when it turns into behavior. Set a weekly reflection session, even just 15 minutes. The goal is to pause and learn from your own week, instead of repeating the same habits. Ask, what leadership actions had the biggest impact? Where did I lose patience, avoid a conversation, or communicate unclearly? What would I do differently if I could replay the situation? Then choose one improvement focus for next week. Reflection turns experience into wisdom, and wisdom into better leadership. Now let's cover 5 core leadership practices. First, delegation and trust. Delegate meaningful tasks, set clear expectations, and define what success looks like. Then step back. Don't disappear, support your team, but resist micromanaging. Second, emotional intelligence. Check in daily on your emotional state. If you're stressed, don't pass that stress down the chain. Practice empathy by asking, what might this person be dealing with? Third, vision setting. Define a clear direction that connects your unit's work to the bigger organizational goals. Repeat it often and link daily tasks to that purpose. Fourth, conflict management. Stay neutral, listen to all sides, and separate facts from assumptions. Address issues early. Small conflicts become big problems when ignored. Fifth, team building. Create opportunities for collaboration, celebrate wins, and build psychological safety so people feel comfortable speaking up. Finally, track your progress. Keep a leadership journal to capture wins, lessons, and the changes you're making. Write short notes after key moments, like a difficult conversation, a team meeting, or a conflict you resolved. For example, this week I handled a tough discussion more calmly. Next time, I'll ask more questions before giving advice. Over time, your journal becomes proof of growth and a guide for what to practice next. Leadership growth is a journey built through consistent habits. Start small, stay consistent, and your leadership style will become clearer, stronger, and more effective over time.